Welcome back everybody to Craze Gaming presents XCOM 2 War of the Chosen. Now I have Season 2 of my playthrough coming out very soon. This video is an introduction video so that I can show you guys that were there in the previous playthrough what new mods that I've got through, but also for you guys that are new to highlight some of the mods that were there before that made my last playthrough so awesome. First of all, we're going to go through the character pool because I like to call this a bit of a celebrity run through. And so here's some of the things. So we got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for a start. We've got The Walking Dead. We've got my own creation, which is all of the Doctors, apart from the new one. I need to add her, because I think she's quite cool, let's face it. We've got Alien, the Babylon 5, which is one of the new ones. We've also got Red Dwarf, Futurama, Falling Skies, DC characters, Battlestar Galactica, a whole bunch. DC, Marvel, you name it, it's in there. Even book characters like Roland Deschain from The Gunslinger, they are all in there. As many as I could possibly find. I think I can't actually remember how many people I've actually got in them, but it's a lot. But Philip Fry, Solid Snake, Games, Deadpool, Floyd Lawson, who was in the last one, the guys from Republic Commando, they're in there. Ed Nigma, or the Riddler, James Bond. We've got Neo and a few from the Matrix lot. Gordon Freeman's in there. Revolver Ocelot. Corbin Dallas from Fifth Element, I think it was. Tomb Raider. Yeah, so there is absolutely... Yeah, Tron is even in there. Eli. Jackie Briggs from Mass Effect. There's just so many in there. It's a new playthrough every time. Predator, Star Wars characters are in there. There's loads and loads and loads and loads and loads and loads and loads. Every playthrough is always different, but they're always very recognizable characters. Now, the mod list itself, I spent ages going through all of the mods that I previously had installed and going through basically Steam Workshop and Nexus mods, but to be fair, Nexus mods, 99% of what's on Nexus mods is on Steam Workshop anyway. So some of the ones that I want to highlight first of all, we've got Raider factions. Now these guys basically turn up randomly at missions, but and these particular ones who are the Phantoms, they are a Renegade Reaper trained soldiers, and what they do is they come along and they have a particular objective within their map, but basically they don't like you and they don't like Advent. So, and they're really, really tough. They start off as 4 squads and then go up to 6. But there's a number of different factions. So I've got XCOM operatives. We've got Marauders. We've got Phantoms. We've got the Cult of Jiraiya, which are a psionically dominated cult, and we've got Raider faction bases, which makes them a little bit more common within the game. Now, some of the returning mods that are very similar, we've got MOCX initiative. That's going to be returning. I absolutely loved that mod in the last playthrough, so that's going to be coming as well. We've got now here's the thing. I've decided I added an awful lot of different classes in the last playthrough. We had the Infantry Class, we had the Officer Class, we had the Spec Ops class, and we had a kind of a redo of the Psionics Class so that they would level up with as the same as normal characters, and you'd be able to get them from the start. This time, however, I've decided to get rid of the base classes altogether. We're still going to keep the Officer, the Spec Ops, the Infantry, and the Psionics Class we do. But this time we've got a bunch of others as well. I think there's 8 or 9 different classes. So we've got the assault, shotgun and sword, very much like it's a more aggressive ranger. The commando, assault rifle focused on combat knife as a sidearm, flanking enemies using CQC. I don't actually know what CQC means. If anyone knows, please do put it in the comments. Demolitions, shotgun, grenade launcher, different. So we've got the gunner, cannon, sawn-off shotgun as a secondary, so that'd be fun. Now we've got the mage. Now here's the thing about the mage. It's basically, as he says here, it's a Psionics class, level up like normal soldiers, like the other mod that I've got in. But it's got a range of offensive and supportive psionic powers, but it's different. And what he says here, this is not going to be everyone's cup of tea. You can remove it if you want to. I'm not going to. Now here's the thing, I've got Commander's Choice, which means that I choose what class every single character in the game is. Now the reason I've done that is because the celebrity pool that I showed you a minute ago, with all the different people in, you know, Batman, Superman, all the rest of it, they are more suited to different classes. Like Floyd Lawton, Deadshot. What class would you make him? A sniper, exactly. So you wouldn't have him as a ranger, or a grenadier, God forbid, or a psionics, God forbid. So each of the different characters that I have are better suited to different classes, and therefore being able to control that I thought was very important. So we have the Sentinel, heavy stealth class, as well as the only sniper in the pack, designed to be more mobile sniper. To be fair, the Spec Ops is as well, so I don't know whether those two are going to crash. The plot class, medical role, from a distance with healing darts, will also have an unlimited close range healing, though they cannot heal themselves. A bit worried about that one, actually. Technician operates a gremlin as primary hacking class. Fine, they have a wide range of gremlin abilities, hopefully a heal. And the pyrotechnic has been turned off, which is good because it's one of the ones that have one of those gauntlet things. I actually played that before a couple of years ago when Long War 2 first came out, and I wasn't actually all that impressed, so I'm kind of glad they've taken it off. Okay, so other mods. Right, we've got the Akimbo class coming along. I wanted something very pistol-y. I've actually seen this mod in a couple of other playthroughs, and I actually thought, you know what, it just makes a nice mix. I do like the pistol. The officer class and all of the pistol mods that I had in, I really, really enjoyed, especially later on when the pistol became very powerful. And basically he was a lost killer. This guy is going to be very similar. You can upgrade the primary pistol, but I don't think you can upgrade the secondary pistol, which is absolutely fine. It just adds a little... He fires... you can fire one, or you can fire both. And he's got a range of different abilities that go with those two different things. So I'm actually really looking forward to it. Now, we've also got idle suppression. And what this does is that... I'm not too sure about this mod. I may turn it off as we go along, but it sounded quite fun. And basically what it does is if you don't have a character selected or a class selected, he will just randomly fire at enemy troops. Doesn't do any damage. It is purely aesthetics, but it actually looks like you're in more of a firefight. And I thought, you know what, that actually sounds really good, so we'll have a go at that. Now we've got a better militia. I'll probably go through that as we go along. But essentially, the guys, when you go to a retaliation mission, for example, they level up and have different abilities rather than just being normal civilians with guns. They actually have their own little classes. So I thought we're going to see about that one, because I thought that was, you know, having civilians with guns was a bit of a cheat as it was, but having them better, well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We've also got a better DLC. Now, better DLC is in line with a number of different mods. We've got Endgame Enemies, a better DLC. We've got a whole host of other enemies that I've, including armored sniper. We've got the sectoid abductor. We've got pathfinders. We've got all sorts of different enemy mods in there, and it's all unlocked. So no, there were certain enemies that only came out at certain times, like for example, the berserkers. They only generally came out when you were on retaliation mission, but now they can come out whenever they wish. So it kind of changed up the roster a little bit. So we got that as well. Other mods, we've got infinite TLP weaponry. Here's the thing, I absolutely love the new weapon models with the new DLC, but you only, according to what I've been reading, you only get the one when you unlock it. I want everyone to have one, so I've unlocked that as well. Now, some of the other returning mods from last time, we've got laser weaponry coming back. I'm not entirely sure. One of the reasons why I didn't add TLP into the last playthrough was I wasn't actually sure whether it would have any issues with some of the other mods that I had going on. And so I didn't do that at that point, and I've decided to do it now. But laser weaponry can come back, is coming back, because I absolutely adored the other, just another level of weaponry. It extended the campaign a lot, but it was a lot of fun. Also, we've got Cybernetic Augmentations coming back as well. That was a fantastic mod in my last playthrough. The only change I'm going to be doing this time is that if the particular character needs an augmented head because of a head injury, I'm going to let him keep his head. By the time the end of the campaign came through, I had so many different soldiers that all had this robotic head, and I ended up started giving them some of their heads back. So this time I'm just going to say, well, no, you're going to have your head from the get-go anyway. I think that's it. A lot of the other mods I'm going to be running through as we go along, because there were so many. I mean, look, we've got 278 different mods, or just enhancing life abilities, that kind of thing. Just better quality of life mods is what I'm thinking. So auto reload for everybody, auto lost when needed, that kind of thing. So there's all sorts. One of the other things I am certainly going to be doing is seeing if I can get World War Lost to work this time, because for all the trying that I did last time, I just could not get that mod to work. But I really want it to work because it's such a fun little mod. Okay, that's it. So Season 2 will be coming out very soon. I do still have to go through the Tactical Legacy Pack missions, so I'll be doing that first. That will be coming out as of tomorrow. I've already done a couple of the recordings, but I was doing those recordings while I was trying to sort out my mod list. Most of the mods are turned off. There are a couple that have bled through to TLP, but honestly, as far as I can see, it hasn't changed anything at all, aside from a couple of different ability buttons. Aside from that, everything is exactly the same. So, Season 2 coming out very soon. As soon as the Tactical Legacy Pack missions are done, please do join me. If you have any comments about any of the mods, please let me know, and or any concerns or anything like that. I don't know how this is going to go. There are so many different mods. It's going to be a legendary playthrough, non-Iron Man. I'm going to make sure all of the videos are played through, because I hate it when people skip through some of the videos. It drives me insane. You can skip it through the video if you want to, but essentially I'm not going to be doing that, because those people that do want to see it obviously have the right to see it if they want to. That's it. Thank you very, very much for joining me. If you do have any comments about some of the mods I've got on, or have any suggestions for other mods that I haven't thought of, I don't know, please do put it in the comments. Subscribe to see the playthrough that will be coming out very soon. Thank you very, very much for joining me. Please do take care. Good luck. Goodbye.